Sup, fools? Right now we're here. When I say we, I say May and I. That's May. And myself. We're actually house sitting right now, so we have an opportunity to express ourselves artistically, musically, creatively, and make a bunch of dang food, or donk food, but we're actually kind of deciding to go on a slow, fast thing. So, one of the things that I like to make, just as like a bodybuilder, not that kind, but more or less the internal body, thank you, is make this like elixir thing. I call it the elixir, because it turns out this like really golden color, and it makes you feel super good. And I love really hot stuff, and this just seems to burn everything that shouldn't be in there out of you. At least that's my take on it. Do it yourself, who knows. But what I usually do, this is the pot, is I'm usually taking galangal, which is a form of ginger. We're using a bunch of different roots, but we pretty much take galangal, which is the Thai ginger, and we take standard ginger, which if you do have a ginger, you typically want this nice shiny skin, not that like nasty kind of wrinkly foreskin looking ginger. We have that ginger. We got the galangal in here as well. We also have turmeric. All these are all in the same family. And turmeric has a bunch of awesome qualities as well. You can look all that stuff up. But in there, the turmeric is pretty much going to be that really orange-looking circles, kind of looking like carrots. And I threw in a couple of black peppercorns this time too. Yeah, I figure it won't hurt. I think it's good for circulation. And then we also have 3 yellow jalapenos, or a couple of yellow jalapenos. I usually make a really big batch, and then I concentrate it and kind of like bring it down to a smaller amount of liquid, volume-wise anyways. And so we have also almost a full bulb of garlic. Like, you know, use your numbers or whatever number suits you or that you feel attracted to, or if you have a number that might coincide with elimination, then you might want to use that number in your ingredients to kind of give some like magic pizzazz to whatever you're making. You know, give some meaning to whatever you're doing. So, knowing that it really doesn't mean anything, but we have our garlic, we have our ginger. I didn't have galangal this time, so just garlic, ginger. We have our jalapeno peppers, yellow ones, which aren't like the green ones whatsoever from what I can experience. And then we have our turmeric and a little bit of black peppercorn. And that's pretty much the basis of the elixir. So what we usually do is we take this and we add in a bunch of water and we bring it to a boil, and right after it comes to a boiling, you might let it boil just for a little bit, but then you usually drop down the heat to about to just under boiling, as if you're making tea or something like that. And then you're going to let it sit there on steeping. And I don't know if you can see these kind of like misty cloud-like wonders emanating from the top of this bowl. And that's kind of where we want it, is we want to keep it around there. Even after the boil, we bring it back down to about that point. And yeah, about half an hour, 45 minutes, just to kind of like, you know, keep everything turning and everything. But then what we do is, then we can take that, and that's a bit of a concentrate, and then you can mix that into like a gallon of water or something like that, mix water in with it. Ideally, if you can, use like fresh filtered water or like spring mountain water, but none of us really have much access to that, so you can forget that. The other thing is I think we're pretty serious about cutting down on the foods and really just identifying what it is that our body needs. On an individual basis, there's all sorts of different diets and whatnot that are talked about as far as like blood types and what you're actually dieting for. And I found that if I'm focusing on a diet and I end up doing a fast, the mindset that goes behind that fast is fast. So I really don't like to take anything fast, so I don't like using that word. You might hear me catch up on it, but going into some type of fast or something like that, usually it really helps to have a mindset behind it that's like the driving factor, and prepping for the fast and all that stuff. You're constantly thinking about, like, fuck, I'm not going to be able to eat food, or I'm just going to drink juice, or whatever. There's all sorts of different fasts. I suggest you come up with your own. Why not? And so right now we're kind of in a period where we're examining our body, our diet, and what it is that feels good to us and enlivening and beneficial to our health and our spirit. And I've been spending lots of time figuring out what doesn't feel good. I think you guys have probably seen me eat a lot of McDonald's and stupid shit like that, but it's not that it doesn't really make me feel good, it's just there's other things that I know would harmoniously situate themselves with my body with a lot less energy. And right now I'm actually trying to build a powerhouse of energy so I can come out and visit all you guys and do some amazing things out there, travel around. So we have this going. This is kind of the first steps of the fast, is just to like kind of purge a bunch of the stuff that we already have in us that we might have been eating. Like, I woke up this morning and I had a couple of M&Ms because I just couldn't keep my eyes, hands, and tongue off of them. And so this is kind of part of the fast that I'm doing, and you all can develop your own. Some people do juice fasts, and some people squirt water up their ass, and there's all sorts of different things that people do, and whatever you're comfortable with. So the idea is that while we're house sitting over these next couple of weeks, we're going to be reevaluating not only what it is that we put into our bodies, but we're also going to be reevaluating what it is that our body wants individually. Somebody might not want to eat meat or anything like that. Some people might not want to eat fruits. But whatever it is, whether you're trying to cut out sugars, any of that, I think it really takes a heartfelt and mindful contemplation of what it is that we are to put in us. At a very, very basic cavemanish level, what is it that we need to eat that's going to do exactly what the food should be doing, which is giving us energy and allowing us to like perpetuate life within ourselves. So anything beyond that is kind of becoming obsolete to myself. I love food. I love all sorts of food. Pretty much any type of food, and I'll consume basically all of it in huge portions. However, there's a change, a shift that's happening within me that I'm kind of wanting to cut that out. Now, if I ended up in India per se, that whole thing might change. It's all kind of based like here in the moment. We have some ideas that we might like shoot out for or from, but it's really coming back down, for me anyways, as to what is my absolute potential and capabilities. And at a very base level, we're going to start off at a physical and decide what it is that our physical body needs. So hopefully we can keep in touch and keep you guys posted. I plan on doing all sorts of things, playing some music and sewing and yeah, running around naked, all that fun stuff. So, shoot!